There's a unique opportunity to be had with my Mordheim warband. I'm working on an Orcs and Goblins warband right now. I so far have a troll, which I did yesterday, and this fanatic. I thought, how fun would it be to avoid putting actual orcs in my warband for as long as possible? And that gave me an idea. So there's this thing called hired swords where you can essentially hire mercenaries, and they're mostly generic things. Pit fighter, ogre bodyguard, warlock. And with those things being so interpretive, why not take something from the past? I think we're used to seeing Warhammer orcs and goblins depicted a very certain kind of way, with a very certain aesthetic, a same size and shape and face, but old Warhammer, like Warhammer Fantasy Battle, this is 3rd edition from 1991, and Warhammer Roleplay, orcs and goblins are described in a whole bunch of ways. There's a whole bunch of varieties, and all those different varieties have instances in between all those things. Goblins, we've got lesser goblins, we've got hobgoblins, we've got orcs, we've got black orcs and snotlings. Chaos goblins. Chaos goblins are even referenced in Realm of Chaos as well, which would be a great way to add all the mutations that they've described them potentially having. Now, I would like to make a half-orc, which, kind of interestingly, the design of this is very evocative of... Hang on. Yes. Of what a orc shaman looks like. I don't know the time scale between these couple of designs, but this looks very similar to that half-orc picture. Now, when it comes to depictions of species that are mixed together, especially in the context of Warhammer, where it's a game about war, it's very easy to draw uncomfortable parallels to the real world. And, well, I like the table that I play on to be a welcoming space. And while gaming is fantastic for some difficult conversations sometimes, that's not up for me to decide for my opponent, so I'm going to take a leaf out of modern Warhammer, and orcs are still going to be made out of fungus. So, this miniature is what I'm thinking of using for my half-orc. Either a shaman or a warlock. I've been saving this particular miniature to be a warlock for Mordheim. This is from Otherworld Miniatures and is sadly out of production. The company closed down, I think, last year. And, well, I think it's perfect for Mordheim because it feels very low magic. That's what Mordheim is all about. Unpredictable, kind of bad magic. And I was thinking about hacking it up today with this miniature from Fist in the Eye Miniatures. And, well, it's a 28 mag production and compatible with Forbidden Psalm. Okay, I need to go on a slight tangent because I received some questions. Okay, Okay, that is a ratio for making sculptor mold. I just use scrap paper. Please ignore that. Don't get distracted. Okay, genuine question. This is from Jäger Day. I'm not trying to start a flame war. Why would I play Mordheim over Forbidden Psalm? I think you deserve a very genuine answer, and an answer that is like hard for me to admit to. Like, I really love the idea of indie games, and there's nothing I love more than seeing people give things a go. Making what they love to make, trying to get other people excited and involved, that is like core of the hobby for me. But the gaming side is very difficult for me because my time is limited, my friends are very busy people, and when we can line things up, sometimes we just want to play what is safe. And that is Mordheim or Warhammer. But when I go to other places all over the world, there are people playing indie games and dedicated groups to those games. And Forbidden Psalm is one that pops up quite a lot, as well as Necropolis. They're the two kind of indie games that I see a tremendous amount of community excitement for, and also community support for. The creators of those games wanting to give back and completely and totally throw themselves at their community by pumping out more stuff to keep them excited and engaged. And that is a very rare thing to find. And I think an issue that I see with the indie world at the moment is a lot of people are excited about creating games, as they should be, because it's a hobby in itself. But a lot of people make games and then kind of abandon them. But the people that make something that they're excited about and keep supporting it, they're the games that kind of shine through. and it's taken a couple of years for me to notice the incredible impact that these games have had, but Forbidden Psalm is absolutely one of them. Also, I just searched Forbidden Psalm, and I got this comment from Monk, who is a friend of mine, who said, please do an Orc Forbidden Psalm crew. And also, funnily enough, a month ago, I didn't see this, but this is actually the creator of Forbidden Psalm offering to turn my miniatures into a rule set. These ones. So I very quickly, literally just a couple of minutes ago, sent him a DM and said, hey, yes, I would really love to do that. You can totally do whatever you want. So look, if you're a Forbidden Psalm person, you're going to have some support from me. So yeah, Mordheim is kind of the safe route. And, the goal is definitely to play more indie games in the future. But maybe Forbidden Psalm is the future. Hope that answers your question. Okay, let's get a good look. If I remember right, this is some really beautiful sculpting. Yeah, fantastic. I got this at Under the Dice Fest, which is actually a Mordheim event. They hold the Mordheim Open there. What a beauty. The detail is immaculate. But I kind of just want the head because it looks very different to regular orc heads, but it's still very clearly an orc. And the cool thing about this model is it feels very in scale to this one. The hands are the same size, similar height. I think that head will. Let's do it. A lot of people say, Trent, how can you cut off miniatures' heads like this, you animal? And I would say, it's worth it every time. This one I have to be a little bit more careful with because I actually need to preserve the head. This is a scalpel job, this one. Just get under that neckline. Preserve as much detail as we... Where'd that go? Okay, no, don't worry. We've got it. Does this actually just look bad? Was this a bad call to make? Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. This kind of looks a bit silly. The head doesn't look in proportion, but I think if we lower the head down, so it's like that, that's looking more orky for sure. Maybe not that low. Maybe like there. And I think if we bulk out the arms a little bit and the legs a little bit with a bit of Milliput, we can save it. Okay, so the idea is there was this warlock exploring Mordheim and encountered a sentient fungus. And after experimenting on the sentient fungus, probably corrupt by warpstone, they were transformed into a half-human, half-orc. Honestly, I'm pretty excited about my Milliput work. What do you think? I think I'm getting better at using Milliput. I think the secret is using the fresh stuff because Milliput hasn't felt as good in years. I don't know. What do you think about the narrative? And like gameplay wise, this can just be like, just to pose with the warband or something when it's all together, or maybe this could be a familiar. You can get familiars as an item in Mordheim. That'd be pretty fun, this sentient fungus following the warlock around. The warlock also needs a name. We settled with WYSIWYG for this one. I'm very curious to see what you come up with. And also, the troll needs a name. So I want to paint this, but the Milliput hasn't quite set yet, and I'm actually worried that maybe I've used only one half of the Milliput because I left some on my desk, and I'm really praying this cures tomorrow. It better cure. It better cure. Do you want to see something cool? So probably the most famous goblin that I know is my friend Witty Whittle Goblin, and we decided we'll do a little collaboration miniature together, and we'll do something like kind of normal at the start, and then as time progresses, if we sell enough, then our next miniature together will get weird, and then the one after that will get even weirder and weirder and weirder. That's our business model. We're trying to work this out. We're not quite there yet, but this is what we're going to get produced, our first model together. This is sculpted by my friend Alfred. Okay, here's a little sneak peek. It's a combination of Witty and me. Like this little miscast shield and stuff. I'll show you more when it becomes real, but kind of stoked about that. And also, Alfred, Nubmark on YouTube, has also been sculpting kind of a special miniature as well. Okay, too much. Remember when I got all those snake bites in the mail? Yeah, look. Orc Shamans, real models. These are mounted ones, so we'd need a little bit of conversion work, but we can run a Warlock and a Shaman.